Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have here a piece of information on where Mr. Tucker Carlson might end up. And he might not end up only in one location, he might end up in more than one, and good for him. As you know, Tucker Carlson and Fox News parted ways. They say it was a mutual divorce. But I have this article that obviously doesn't like Tucker, and is going to use certain kind of terms to make it sound in a certain way. Doesn't matter. We're just going to look for the information. We don't care about the weasel talk. Why? The weasel talk is made for tards, and what we want is information, and not only information, but we want to find out what's going on with Tucker, where he is going to end up. So let's see. Let's start with this article coming from a source, strange source, Cinema Blend, and it is from yesterday, which was the 28th of April 2023. And the story is written by Heidi Venably, whatever, Heidi. Okay, Heidi doesn't like Tucker. I tell you from the first sentence right here. The title is Newsmax is reportedly planning to offer Tucker Carlson a lot more than just money. He doesn't need money, that's the problem. He needs attention, and he needs the truth to come out, as others. Now here is the first sentence. It's been less than a week since Tucker Carlson was given the boot. You got it? So you already know the article is going to be negative, or at least they're going to have some negative connotations. We don't care. Let's see what happens. From Fox News, ending a 14-year career with a conservative news network. That's not a conservative news. That's a pretending. That's an allowed option to the garbage from the left. That's all, but it's not a conservative. It's just an allowed option. They're allowed to function as long as they don't go deeper as Tucker went. And Tucker did not go deep anyway. So that's what the Fox News. While details have been scarce in regards to the reasons behind Fox News' shocking move, the network had been tasked with replacing one of the leading anchors in all of cable news. Carlson, meanwhile, might not have too much trouble finding a landing spot. No. Reports indicate Newsmax would love to swoop up like a garbage, like a shit, swoop up the former show host, and they're allegedly willing to offer him more than just a nice paycheck. Newsmax, a fellow conservative leaning media organization, is reportedly interested in not just giving Tucker Carlson his own primetime show on their network, but allowing him to program the whole channel, per TMZ. That would give the former Fox News employee a huge amount of power, including making decisions about what shows would precede and follow his own. Network executives have apparently made it clear to the people around Carlson that he would play a big part in rebranding their channel. Tucker Carlson is still under contract with Fox News, so no formal decisions with other networks are allowed at this point. However, when looking at other players in the conservative news game, Newsmax has reportedly seen a good bump in the numbers in the days following the Tucker Carlson Tonight host dismissal. All right, I think it was not news. Okay, whatever they say is true, right? The Nielsen company showed via Fortune that Eric Bolling, whose Newsmax show shared the 8 p.m. Eastern time slot with Tucker Carlson, saw his viewership increase from 122,000 on April 18th to 562,000 on Tuesday following Carlson Fox News exit. On Wednesday, Bolling experienced a similar situation with the week-over-week numbers increasing from 168,000 to 500. Just three times, let's say, 510,000. It's no surprise that Fox News that its viewers were seeking other avenues. What the hell? It's no surprise for Fox News that its viewers were seeking other avenues for the news, as the network saw an immediate dip in the ratings. The Fox News reported lost around 600,000 viewers on average this week with Carlson in primetime. Tucker Carlson tonight's April 17 broadcast brought in around 3.2 million viewers, while the edition that aired the night of the dismissal roped in only 2.6 million viewers. Well, the thing is, I don't think Fox News needs viewers. They need, you see, they don't need viewers because CNN is surviving with about 560,000 people, versus Tucker, they went about on average 2.6 million. So if they still have commercials and that, and I don't think Murdoch needs money, right? And the family. So I don't know, it's like you lose some change falls out of your pocket. That was Tucker. It was a good change, but nevertheless, it's still change. And I don't think the numbers really matter over there. I don't think that this dip matters for the company. I mean, yes, it shows, we know, but they're still going to keep other people over there. Other companies, like, as I said, CNN, MSNBC, and others have much less, viewers. And they're still alive, so that's not a problem. What's concerning for us, as a society, is that he was just, silenced from Fox, for the mainstream cable news, whatever. That's concerning. That tells you how much they can say and how much will they allow to be said on their platform, their Fox News. And that's very concerning. Now, if for me at least, from what I experienced in my life and what I've been able to hear, listen to, discuss, and so on, Tucker was maybe a 7, barely 7, in his truth-telling, the way he should have said certain things. So when they say it's a conservative, that's not a conservative. I don't care if it's conservative or liberal. I want the truth. I don't care. All right? But when you say it's leaning, that means they're going to skew the news in the left? And then skew it on the right? What is this? Of forming public opinion. I don't want that. I want the truth be told and let us make up our mind. But it's not like that. When you have, I'm a left company, I'm a right company. No, they're your left propaganda company, you're a right propaganda company. And remember what I saw here sometimes I watch just to gauge how far left these MSNBC, CNN, and these weasels go. They can say almost everything. They can go from 0 to 10. Like people and I, 0 to 10. The other side is not going more than 3 or 4. Tucker was going 7 at one point, almost 7, and he got punked. So it's like you fight with someone who can use all the weapons, but you have your both arms behind your back and fight with a guy. So that's the right-wing conservative blah blah blah, fighting with the other ones. Because if the right media, the conservative media, will say certain things, like the left says it, there would be a different story. But somehow these guys are not saying that. They find all kind of metaphorical speaking. They use euphemisms. They don't say it as it is. The other guys, they say it as it is, or the way they want it to be portrayed. Like this did this to this victim of this. The other ones will not say that. They will, there were an incident in Washington D.C. when a person killed or not killed, aggressed another person, or blah 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 blah. No, tell me what the other guys use the same words, the same terms. No, they don't. Just pay attention to that. The left uses the right terms, and they use the right groups. They use the right, to indicate who's who, what's what. The other guys are. I understand you have to use, a certain level of decency. Yeah, but that should not stop you from telling the truth. If you saw a dick somewhere, you're going to say you saw a dick. You're not going to say, we saw some gear over there. What do you mean a gear? I don't know, it's a biking gear, it's a tank gear, you know what I mean? Just call it as it is. Or you can say, use something, not a euphemism that really hides the intensity of the whatever happened. But call it as you call it. I don't know, you call it a dick, but a penis or something. You can call it, and that, or something. No, these guys are just jumping around. And with Tucker, I hope that Tucker will get engaged with as many things as possible. I don't personally, no, he's an asset. Not for us or for them. No, I think in general. People who try to tell the truth are an asset. The ones that try to hide the truth are not an asset. They could be an asset if you study, as a case study. But they're allowed to function, that's fine. But at least, be allowed to engage in a debate. Well, it seems like Tucker was not allowed. He was not allowed to say another side of the story. But the other side is allowed. And he was not allowed to say it from his side. So his side just sent him away, supposedly the conservative. They kicked him away. So what does that tell you? It's a whole team over there. The security state has a lot of power. I don't want to scare anybody because, we live once. Some people live more, they either way through, cycle of reincarnation. Some people see Jesus and some people see something and some people don't see anybody. All right. So in reality, on this planet, we have one life, as Emil Kosman and Gigi or Mike or Tom. This, and maybe next time you're going to be, I don't know, Daniel or whomever you want to be, Chong, Ching, 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 I don't know, whatever. So the problem is, do the best in this life and you're going to end up this one, you're going to start the next one. So you're good. I'm not good because this is the only one I have. So anyway, it's not about me here. I'm just saying, be bold, that was Roman saying, wasn't it? Fortune helps the bold or the courageous, something like that. It's you look for it. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.